Hi, welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. Today, I would like to talk to you about meal choices. You know, we've started on this road of getting you back into good diabetes control, but we need to take a look at food choices. Yeah, when I go out for lunch with my dad, yes, I have it's not really the greasiest hamburger, but I have a hamburger with everything on it, basically. But, you know, that's not the sort of thing I do every day. Most days I have prescribed meals, and I use from a company Better Meals. Not sponsored whatsoever. I think they're a great service. So, I got my meals delivered here. You know, I eat twice a day. Well, I do eat 3 times. I eat Better Meals for 2 of them. One is usually either chicken cacciatore or beef stew, but we'll go on. So often I've heard people tell me what their doctors say, and well, you shouldn't be eating carbs, you know, carbs will kill you, and this has grown a lot into the keto movement. Now, I don't think the keto movement is necessarily bad. It does kind of, I don't want to say go against the diabetic diet or meal plan, but I think we have to remember that our body needs carbs to live. And there's a lady on YouTube, and I'm not going to mention her name, that said, I hope that I can bring my insulin levels down to nothing. Okay. And she had type 1 diabetes. And I'm going, no, I don't think so. I don't think you're going to be able to get rid of insulin shots altogether. But she never really told us how to lower the carbs. Just cut out all the carbs. You can't cut out all the carbs, because so much of the food we have the proteins, we have carbs, we have fats, and it's important to remember that fats are part of a good diet. I'm not a dietitian, but you need to go speak to the dietitian on your diabetic team, because she or he will be able to best sort of guide you in this way. But cutting carbs a lot of times has to do with type 2 diabetics. And a lot of times it's the weight gain that I know personally I would probably be a type 2 if I wasn't diagnosed with type 1. Yes, I'm a bigger guy. I've always been a bigger guy. But, I'm trying to do things about it. Trying to walk more. Do more. But I don't go to extremes. Carbs, I think are 20% of your, if you take a look at your whole meal, carbs, I believe, are 20%. But again, check with your dietitian or check with other sites. I've always stipulated I'm not a doctor, so any changes, even your diet, make sure you go over with your doctor, your dietitian. Their goal is to get the best for you. You may not necessarily agree with it, but that's their job. Imagine that. Doctors taking care of people. So many diabetics. There was one diabetic. When I went to diabetes camp, I was in my 13th to 14th year. Actually, 14th to 15th. Whatever way the cutoff, the next year I would have been a leader in training. But, oops, the medical helicopter. Just, now, you can hear it hovering, I don't know why. That's actually very close. But what you take in is what you need to expel in energy and getting your body to move and that. Don't get complacent. Don't necessarily try cutting out all the carbs. As a type 1 diabetic, you do need carbs because you don't want to, I'm not going to have any carbs and I won't take any insulin, because you really have the chance of heading into DKA. And that's something, oh God. The last time I had DKA, I swore it would be the last time of having DKA. I can remember I was on a lot less insulin than I am now. My body, for whatever reason, was saying I don't need it right now. And when I was in an actual emergency, they took the pump off me. And when I finally got it working again, the amount of insulin that it would give me really wasn't enough for me. My body was kind of and I've told this story a number of times that I can't forget. He's now a doctor. Actually, I think he's a resident somewhere. And he came in and I was getting sick into a tray and he held it. I've never seen a doctor do that much. I'm sure others would. It was just surprising. But he got me out of DKA. And a couple of times after that, he wanted to know what at certain times my blood sugar was. And he'd come in and watch me. Or not watch me. But watch what my blood sugars were doing. Because I said I would never have another DKA. And he made a promise and he lived by it. And after that, I didn't have a DKA again. And trust me, you can really get sick with DKA. I think myself, when I was diagnosed and went into the hospital as a kid, or youth, sorry, I didn't really get to DKA. I think it was pretty damn close, or medium. I wasn't like in full blown. Because I can remember sitting there and looking at people. And I can remember, I was kind of told, you'll always have to watch what you eat. And the first night I was there, I had like crackers and cheese and ice cream for a meal. That didn't go all the time, but that first night, I got treated and we were moved on our way. And now I'm here talking to you about diabetes. So, what do I want you to take away from this is don't go on wacko diets. They don't work. They're just, you don't want to be on the roller coaster. Second of all, is speak to your dietitian and get a plan to start off with. As you get to be a diabetic with more experience, you will be able to move on and learn how to match your glucose, the amount you eat, and your insulin. Anyway, learn how to eat right and stick to it. Doesn't mean you can have cake every single day, but once in a while is fine. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye now.